Good afternoon, everybody. I'm James Cronenberger. I just wanted to get on here a little bit today. In the last few weeks, I've seen so many hot and nasty comments directed from the left to the right regarding Charlie Kirk. I believed he was a Christian and a good man, and I'm going to leave it at that, and nobody's going to change my mind. I listened to every video, and he never said anything racist or unkind in those videos. He led people to Christ in them. So the lies need to stop. And if the Democratic Party ever wants to win back Washington, D.C. or the state of Ohio, they're going to need to come up with a plan instead of just bashing people. Come up with a plan. What will you do that will make Ohio great again? And nobody should be against MAGA, because don't you want to make America great again? I mean, no matter what party you are. So when people want to bash MAGA, it kind of makes me think you don't want to make America great again. There's a Democrat candidate that's running for Attorney General in Ohio that said F-U-C-K Charlie Kirk publicly on Facebook. And I thought that was in poor taste. I'm asking you to do some research before you vote for your candidates, Republican or Democrat, and vote for those that don't make hateful comments or racial comments or anything in poor taste. And look at the issues. I mean, our taxes are starting to go down now. More people are working the last several months than before, so our country is in the right track. Nobody can really argue that. And when they had the memorial for Charlie Kirk, that was a revival. That many people there singing praises to heaven and to God, that was a revival. And you can't lose when you have God on your side. And, it made me just think and reflect on how short life really is. And it made me wonder how hateful society is. When nobody should be glad someone died, especially by an assassin's bullet or even just by a bullet on the street. You might have a son, brother, aunt that was killed, and that's just as wrong, and that's hurtful. His wife got up and publicly forgave the guy that did it, as Christ forgave the church. I don't even know if I would have been that strong to be able to do that. I would hope I could. But the Democrats, why don't you come up with a plan and present it? I'm open-minded, but I have to see something. So far, all I heard was all talk, and it was all negative and hateful. Bring out the Epstein files. That's all you guys can say. Or Charlie Kirk was racist. Or Trump is racist, which neither one is, in my opinion. At least I haven't heard of it. My sister's pastor is a secretary of HUD. He's a black man. And I've been following him somewhat, and he's doing a great job. He leads the prayer meetings in the morning before everybody goes to work. And I like seeing this stuff. A nation without God is a nation that will lose. So just remember that. Instead of just throwing out hateful comments, if you're a candidate, say what you want to change. What do you want to do to make Ohio great again, or America, or whatever office you're running for? What are some of the changes that you would like to see done? I'll say this much: Ohio's pretty much a Christian state and very pro-life. So you really have to be careful how you present yourself if you're running in Ohio. And remember, all life is precious from the moment of conception to natural death. I could have been aborted. I was adopted. My whole family was, and we were blessed by great parents. So let's see what you can do or what you want to change and present it that way, instead of just calling names and using a lot of profanity on Facebook, because I'm not into all the cussing. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.